we're going to be talking about the get response command in a questionnaire. So to create a new questionnaire, you're going to go to your home tab. Your first column is new, so we're going to click on questionnaire. We're going to name our questionnaire. I'm just going to call this one get response. I always call it get a response because you're looking for one response. You could have many things to choose from, but you could only choose one. Again, when you're creating a questionnaire from start, you're going to just click that little plus sign in the middle of the atom. Under your basic commands is your get response. And you can see it says create a question with multiple choice answers, but it's really you're choosing one answer. So in your command, the first thing you have here is your label. I always recommend renaming your label instead of Q1. The reason for that is when you're looking at your view responses later and how your panelists answered the questions, you're going to need a reference to what Q1 was. So I would name it whatever your question is going to be. And in this case, I'm going to go with your favorite color. Now, you have the ability to start typing in answers here. So you type in the answer and click add. I hate doing that. It's just next answer, add, next answer, add. You do have this paste in choices. So it works great if you have a document somebody sent you with all the choices. You could just paste it right in here. Or in this case, I don't have that, but I could still have the ability to type it in here. Oops, it'd help if I type correctly too. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue. In case you didn't know, they are the colors of the rainbow. If I wanted to get rid of the red, I could just click remove existing answers. In this case, I do not, so I am just going to insert. So what this did, here's my question, here are my answers. I am just going to save this. Now you'll notice my little orange thing went to green because now my questionnaire is valid because it has at least one question in it. Okay, so there's one other thing, a couple other things I want to show you. Well, first of all, let's look here over, let me get rid of this, at the side. So the things you can do, here you'll see that this is my label. If I wanted to change it without having to open the block again, I can edit it this way. I could just come in here and I could edit it here. If I wanted to edit the actual text, I'm just going to save this, I could edit the text here as well. Also, you have the ability for input options, and this is how it's going to look to the panelists. Do I want it to be vertical? Do I want it to be horizontal going across? Do I want to drop down or selection boxes? Actually, I'm going to change it to selection boxes. I'm going to do another one because I want to show you another way. So again, I'm looking at my get response. I'm going into advanced. Now, again, I did go into the advanced tab before I just stayed on the basic tab. What I have the ability to do here is I have the ability to choose from the database. So it could be an attribute or it could be some type of core information. So in this case, let's just say I chose gender. I can ask them again in the questionnaire, maybe I want to filter off of this or do a pool off of this, what their gender is. Now, I don't know if you saw it flashed real fast that it actually added in the values of what's the gender. So all I have to do is here is, actually, I'm just going to save this. It's going to come up red because I don't have a question, but I could just come over here and add and save it. You'll see I went from yellow to green again. Now, again, it'll pull it from the database. If I have it in the database, when the person goes to take the questionnaire, it'll automatically be filled in. If they change it, if they change the question here and they change their answer, it will not update their database unless you put in a data link to update it. I'm going to choose another one just so that you can see. We're going to do one more. I have no idea what this is, just so you know. Again, it's going to automatically generate the answer list. Out of these choices, okay. What is your least favorite cookie? Okay, so that gives you the idea of what it looks like. So we have the vertical for gender. Let's choose drop down for this one. And now we're actually going to look at our view responses so that we could see what this actually looks like. I should say we're going to do a preview of it. So these are your selection boxes, so you can see, again, your gender. Not a fan of oatmeal. Okay. So I want to show you what also happens. So I'm going to go home. I'm going to search for my studies. So when you go in and you do a preview like that from the questionnaire, it actually creates a test study. And with that test study, you have the ability to view the responses and see how it looks. And that's what I want to do for you. And I want to show you what it looks like with the labels. And I just want to show you, I'm just going to do the view answer text so that you could see that. So again, here's favorite color, gender, least favorite cookie. So if you were looking at the view responses instead of seeing Q1, Q2, Q3, even though looking at these answers, you might have the idea. If it was yeses and nos, you would have no idea. So again, labels are important, and it is get a response. You have the ability to type in answers, paste in answers, and also to use the answers that are in your database. I hope this information is helpful to you.